All right, guys, there is a big yellow thing in the sky, so the sun is out. So hopefully the uh, the solar drought is over. I did get through it, and I guess that was a good thing. With a combination of generators and ingenuity, I managed to not to run out of electricity and not to damage my batteries. Well, but it was close. I was riding that between 11 and 12 volts, which is really teetering into the danger area most of the time, even with generators. So right now, I want to talk about something. I was watching a guy, I can't think of his name, in Vancouver, Canada. I'll put the, somewhere above, I'll put the name of his channel. Very good channel. Guy does very good content. Very well, great cinematography for, you know, for what we do. And very good audio. I think he's a DJ. And he talked about that you're going to get cold in your van, etc. Now, he lives in Vancouver, in Canada, and as temperate as it is in Vancouver with the Pacific trade winds, it's going to be colder than North Central Texas, so that might be something you're going to have to do there. My goal with this van is to minimize its impact on overall quality of life. I am doing my best not to be cold, not to be wet, and not to be uncomfortable. I think I might have an attitude that the majority of urban van dwellers might have. By the way, I think I've mentioned it before. I hung this. This is a blanket, a moving blanket. I hung this out to decrease some energy loss to these back doors. Because I was getting a breeze back here. I'm not exactly sure why. And for some reason, this thing is wet. So I think I do have some issues with the seal around these doors. This thing is 1,000 years old. 24 years. That's 1,000 in car terms. So that's not unusual. I've got some stuff here I haven't shown yet. I've got some camera stuff. I've already shown this wall mount, a few tools, and some other things that had to do with a knife sharpener, etc. Because I do a few knives in this van. So basically what I'm doing is I'm making every attempt to minimize its impact on my life. That's why I have this extraordinary number of panels on there. Now, there are people with more. And if I was really interested, I guess I would trade these flexible for the more solid state type of panels, which are probably 35 or 40% more efficient, but give some illusion of, I've still got to do something with those wires. When it's raining, I haven't had a chance to climb up there and make any changes yet. And, you know, tape that down and put some cable control on it. So, my duty and the thing I'm focused on is making sure this doesn't change my non-van lifestyle too much. So, I bought the Chiffon box, which is they call them solar generators. It's a battery with a solar attachment, basically, and to charge it. I'm trying to make sure that I can do my normal sedentary recreation for an old guy, and I'm not that young. So I'm making sure I have the power. Now, I also ordered another solar panel. So that will be coming in the next 2 or 3 days. Then I'll have to try to find time and a inconspicuous place to stick that on top. Should not be a big deal. And that's going to handle that issue. On the inside, I've got the Wave 6. I don't want to be cold. I don't want to be cold at all. There's a humidity problem with it. I bought a dehumidifier. if I have enough power, I can run my dehumidifier to offset my propane heater in the back. So my goal is to do that. This car does need a little bit of work. I need to get some, I still need to get the front end alignment done. So that's going to be a major deal I need to take care of. But, you know, I got to do that in time. I probably could have the opportunity to buy a larger van in the very near future. But this one is suiting me well now. I have pretty much got the insides the way I want it. Everything is anchored. There's still some bungee cords on a plastic set of drawers I've got there, but they're a lot less than used to be, and I've pretty much got it anchored down. So I'll be removing some of the structural ones, but I've got to keep the ones around it to keep the drawers from flying open when I make turns. So that's not going to change. And so that's basically what this long rambling video is about. You got to pay the price to not alter your life much. Now this is for us city van dwellers, the people I like to call the road warriors out there, who I respect immensely. You guys have chosen a different type of lifestyle, and of course because of that, your comfort is going to change, but that's part of the adventure. There is no adventure in urban van life. You are going to work, probably at the job you've had before, in my case, around 2 decades. So I just don't need anything special to complicate my life. You know, my office is about to move, so it's going to be a complication, but it's going to take me a while, but I'll figure out a way to minimize that impact on my life.